Good morning, culés. It is time to wake up and Barca. Live Barcelona news coming at you right here from the Undefeated channel. We are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday covering Barcelona news. In today's episode, we'll be taking a look at the disappointing result, the 0-0 draw against Rayo Vallecano. We'll be going over the good, the bad, and the Barca from this weekend's results. Plus, we'll be taking a look at the other headlines coming out of the Camp Nou. Bernardo Silva rumors, exit rumors, some updates on some other moves Barcelona are making. Transfer window's not over, folks. The drama, the sagas continue. We'll be talking about all that and more on today's episode of Wake Up in Barca. If you are just finding us for the first time, go ahead and get yourself a cup of caffeine, coffee, Americano, whatever your drink of choice is. Settle in for some good conversation with your fellow culés. That's what we do here on this channel. We go over the news, we have some good conversation, we connect with our fellow culés from around the world. This is the #1 community for Barcelona fans around the world to support the badge, support each other. All right, my friends, so subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already so you can be part of the conversation as we get into today's headlines. Like I said, Barcelona Rayo Vallecano match review, transfer news, whatever else comes up conversationally. Let's go ahead and kick things off the right way, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
All right. Good morning. Like I said to you all, let's jump over and take a look first. A little match overview. Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano. You can see that red card for Sergi Busquets there in the 93rd minute. We'll talk about that during the good, the bad, and the Barca. But let's take a look at the match stats overview. 21 shots, 6 on target. You'd like to see a little bit better accuracy from the Blaugrana. That was one of our big problems last year, was that we couldn't get shots on target. We're seeing a little bit of a similar trend here in this first match, but I think it's gonna shape itself out, all right? Dembele, Rafinha, Lewandowski, Ansu Fati, Pedri, and Sergi Busquets all testing the keeper, all just a little bit off of where we needed it to go. Lewandowski did put one in the back of the net, so did Kessié, but both called offsides, rightfully so, no complaints there. So, I digress. Number of shots are good, but we got to get them on target, my friends. Possession, 68%, not too shabby. Against a team like Rayo, you're going to dominate possession. They're not really an offensive threat, even though they beat us twice last year. Anyway, 68% possession is how you say those words. Let me take a sip of coffee. What are we doing here? There we go. Using my new Ember mug. Not a sponsor, but hey, Ember, if you're watching and you want to make something happen, we can do that. Ember mug, pretty nice. Keeps your coffee, your tea, your Americano, whatever it is, nice and hot. Keeps it at the temperature you want it. Look at me doing free commercials here for products. Anyway, I digress. Back to the stats, my friends. 560 passes for Barcelona, 87% accuracy. We do want that up around 90. I know that's a small gap, 87 to 90, but I'm telling you, it makes a difference. It's one of those indicators that if Barcelona get below 90% passing accuracy, something is a little bit off tilt. One red card, like I said, we'll talk about that for Busi. 4 offsides, 8 corners. Man, last couple of years, Barcelona have struggled to score off of corner kicks, struggled greatly. I would love for them to figure that out. Like between Araujo, Christensen, even Busquets out there, Lewandowski now. We've got some aerial threats. We got to figure that out. Either way, end result, 0-0. Not what we wanted, not how we wanted to start the season, obviously. But it is an upgrade from the 1-0 losses that we had last year. Just saying. Anyway, that's the overview. Let's discuss some of the details now in the good, the bad, and the Barca. If you are new to the channel, this is our format for post-match reviews and analysis. What we do is we discuss what went good during the match, what was bad, what was Barca, meaning what was true to Barcelona's identity, true to their DNA. And then, of course, we give out the Mustache Man of the Match. We're going to come up with something for when no one is deserving. This match had that special somebody, so there will be a Mustache Man of the Match award going out today. I'm thinking for the future, maybe we call it like the Barcelona blame game or something like that. We'll see. I digress. Today's episode, we're talking the good, the bad, and the Barca. And let's first discuss what was good. Little light change to match the mood here. Let's talk about what was good for Barcelona. First and foremost, the stadium atmosphere. Let's talk about the Camp Nou returning to its glory. I'm not sure if it was a sellout. I'd have to look it up again. Somebody in the chat maybe refresh my memory. But the fans were there. You felt the support, the roar of the crowd. It was put a smile on my face just to see a packed Camp Nou. So that was good about the match. We were able to register all of our players except for Jules Koundé, which we'll do this week once we move out some other players and make a couple financial adjustments elsewhere. Good that we got all of our players registered. Lewandowski, Rafinha, Dembele's new contract, Roberto's new contract, Kessié, Christensen. All of them played. All of them featured. Koundé will come. I'm just happy that we were able to get all of those players registered. On top of that, Ansu Fati coming off the bench, looking more like himself. He's not 100% there yet. He's still working out the kinks. He's still getting mentally fit, mentally strong. It's hard when you know you have an injury, you know you have, I don't want to say a weakness, but I'll say, when you're worried about your body and you can't fully commit when you're on the ball, going into challenges, this and that. We're still waiting to see the full Ansu Fati, but he's getting there, folks, so that was also good. But primarily, the good box goes to none other than Lewandowski. First start for Barcelona in the La Liga campaign, match number 1, down 90 minutes, down. He wasn't getting the best service, folks, particularly in the first half. Making a lot of good runs to that near post, but Rafinha, Dembele, and others not quick to find him. They got to get their head up a little bit sooner, a little bit earlier to find these runs from Lewandowski. He did put one in the back of the net, like I mentioned, ended up being offsides, rightfully so. He was about a yard off, but I liked the finish. And throughout the 90 minutes, clean effort, positive movement. Just like I said, the chemistry needs to be worked out a little bit, but we'll get there. So a good performance from Lewandowski gets him the good box in our draw versus Rayo Vallecano. And you know what, folks? The goals will come. The goals will definitely come. So that's what was good about the match. We'll pause there, do a little light change. There we go. Because now we got to talk about what was bad about the match, my friends. And there are a few things. One, I'm going to flip things over here because Lewandowski just got the good box, but I mentioned his service was not great. It was bad even. Rafinha, Dembele in particular, got to call you out. We need more from the wings. Got to find Lewandowski. I know we're working out the chemistry, but it's on my radar. The service in the Lewandowski has to improve. It was bad in this match. I'm also going to call out a lack of creativity in the midfield buildup. Listen, 20 shots, what was it, 6 or 8 on target, whatever it was. So we were creating chances, but they came from dribbling off the wings. One side draws 2-3 defenders, backdoor run, cross it over, whether it was Pedri, Dembele, Rafinha, anyone making that backdoor run. That was the game plan. Our shooting was a little bit off. Things could have been differently, but the midfielders, Pedri, Xavi in particular, I want those runs through the box. I want more tiki-taka, so it's not just the wingers dribbling into space, taking 2-3 defenders with them, and then looking for the backdoor cross. I want those darting diagonal runs. That's what we were missing yesterday. A little bit more of the tiki-taka for the midfielders. Like I said, particularly Xavi needs to happen. Another part that was bad. Araujo at right back. Defensively, sure, he's amazing. You can put him anywhere on the pitch, and no one's dribbling around him. He is a solid defender, wherever you put him. But offensively, talk about a fish out of water. I mean, any time that we were in the attacking third and the ball came to Araujo's feet, he acted like he'd never been on a soccer pitch before. Again, tremendous defender. I appreciate him being out there, but surely Dest could have offered something in this match. Surely. But he was left off completely. And then Sergio Roberto comes on, and it's just, that wasn't it. That wasn't it at all. I think Sergio Roberto, at best right now, is neutral. Is someone that can come on and shore things up, but he's not going to do anything special, anything fantastic. Dest is a little bit more hot and cold, but the hot is hot. And Araujo just looks so out of place. So Araujo at right back, not a fan. We got to figure that situation out. We'll talk more about that. The main thing that was bad, my friends, you probably saw this coming, Bussi's red card. I'm not sure how much I blame Busquets for this one, already being on a yellow card, so you got to be extra careful. But when you go back and look at the replay, it's a soft yellow. Busquets shielding the ball, the arm goes around to try to block the defender. It is maybe a little high, maybe. But Falcao, the crafty veteran, knows what he's doing, leans into it. Oh, my face, oh, he elbowed me so hard. Makes all the drama out of it, getting the most out of the contact. Draws another yellow for Busquets. Red card. So, Busquets is going to miss the next match, which leaves the question, who's going to fill in his spot? Some people are saying Pjanic already. And I can't believe it. Can't believe we're already jumping to Pjanic. But here we are. So, bad box goes to Busquets. Red card. Not Busquets' performance, not him as a player, just the fact that he got the red card. And now we got to go into our second match against... I don't know who we're playing next. Who are we playing next? Quick pause here. Because we're playing... Sociedad away next. We'll talk about that once we wrap up the rest of the good, the bad, and the Barsa here. Don't like that. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and change moods again. We're going to switch it up. We're going to talk about what was Barsa about the match. And I'll say there was not a lot. Okay, I appreciated the possession. I appreciated the number of shots. There were moments of spark and creativity offensively, but I want to see more. But someone that I could not ask any more of, Frankie de Jong, coming off the bench after being pushed aside the entire preseason, after being neglected, after being put on the transfer market, after being really gone after financially. Frankie de Jong said, I don't care about any of that. When I step on the pitch, I'm going to give 110%. I'm going to go balls to the wall for however many minutes I'm on the pitch, and I'm going to do everything I can to get points for this club. That was Frankie de Jong. No one else played with the heart, with the determination, with the grit that Frankie did. If we had 2-3 other players play any chunk of time with the same effort that Frankie de Jong put in, we would have won this match. Hands down. Calling out Dembele specifically. I might put together a little highlight reel of Dembele just ball watching, not going after it like he should, and then Frankie coming running in. Maybe. We'll see. I digress. Frankie de Jong. Lots going on around him. Lots to be distracted about. He could have just been Sally Sadpants, a Mopey Molly, but he said no. I'm going to come out. I'm going to put on full effort, and if this is my last match, you guys know what you're going to be missing. So, Frankie, I love you. For that effort, you get the Barca box, and hopefully, not his last match for Barcelona. But we'll see. Time will tell. Let's move it back now. The Mustache man of the match. Should be pretty easy. Clean sheet. Big saves. You know where I'm going with this. Ter Stegen. This is his year. I called it last week during my 8 bold Barcelona predictions that this was a huge year for Ter Stegen, that he would make his comeback, that now that he's got a fresh defense in front of him, no excuses, time to play like a champion, he's going to return to the top 5, the top 3 goalkeepers in the world this season, and it starts with match number 1. At the end of the first half, huge save after the defense completely left him hanging. Araujo went on a slip and slide and just left the attacker one-on-one with Ter Stegen. Big save. Another one on the other side of the start of the second half. And then in stoppage time, late in the match, a huge save again. Rebound fell to somebody that was offsides, went in the back of the net, but didn't count because he was offsides, like I said. But the save earlier from Ter Stegen, huge. Almost gave us 3 in a row 1-0 losses. But Ter Stegen stopped us from doing that, saved us from that fate. So for that, he gets the Mustache Man of the Match. So there it is, folks. Put it in the books, the good, the bad, and the Barca. Let me know your thoughts. This is where I'm going to turn to the chat, keep the conversation going, get the opinions of the Stash Squad. But if you are watching this on replay, let me know down in the comments. All right, I want to know your thoughts. I read all the comments, I promise. So keep the conversation going with the good, the bad, and the Barca. Agree, disagree. What would you change? What'd you like? What'd you not like about the match versus Rayo? Let me know. Turn to the chat now. Say my good mornings. See how everybody's doing. And then we're going to turn and talk about transfer news because we got some movement coming out of the Camp Nou. So we got to talk about that. Anyway, first though, like I said, conversation. How we doing? Stash Squad. I see Prashant in here. How we doing, sir? Forza Barca, hello. Yes, this is a live streaming. We are live in color here. Cash says, and that's why we keep him. Besides that, he's a quality player. He cares about the club. Talking about Frankie there. He does. He cares a lot. This is where he wants to be. You know, it's not really his fault that things worked out the way they did financially. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Vincent, how we doing, sir? Is Dembele injured? I don't think so. I didn't hear any of that. Prashant says, we need to keep blasting some screamers from outside the box. These teams love to park the bus against us. They have no better strategy. Great point, Prashant. Great point. Back when we had someone like a Rakitic who could drop bombs from outside the box, we always had that threat. 2015, you had to come out and stop those shots. And then as soon as you do, Neymar, Suarez, Messi in behind. You know what I'm saying? Iniesta, Xavi getting in there. So, more of that. Pedri can shoot him. Lewandowski can shoot him from outside the box. Rafinha can shoot him from outside the box. So can Dembele. He just rarely does. But back to your point, Prashant. Absolutely. Demontar says, do I have the new kits? I have the new away kit. Still waiting on the home kit. I got a Sergi Busquets home kit coming at some point. As soon as soccer.com gets their act together here. Anyway, Vicente says, I heard after the match against Rayo that Dembele was injured. I have not seen any of that, but like Kyle said, if you have a source, please let me know. Sied agreeing with me that Pedri can drop bombs from outside the box. Absolutely. I think he's going to be our guy. Lots of goals for Pedri this year. Again, back to my bold predictions for Barcelona. I said that he's going to be top goal scorer in Europe, and I meant it. And I meant it, folks. Speaking of goal scorers in Europe, my friends, we've still got transfer rumors going around. This time we're turning to Barca Buzz, who says this about Bernardo Silva. After the exit of players in the next days, Barcelona will make a move for Bernardo Silva, who wants to join Barca. And of course, is not anything new. The transfer fee could be 60 million plus variables. There is already pre-agreement with his agent Mendes. So here's the question, folks. And the question is a poll live in the chat right now. Excuse me, Burp City. One more coming. There we go. If Barcelona had to give up not Lewandowski, put that back in my mouth. If Barcelona had to give up Memphis Depay and Aubameyang, would you give up both of those players, 2 forwards, for the attacking midfielder of Bernardo Silva? That's the question, folks. As it's looking less and less likely that Frankie's going to leave. Not saying it won't happen. If Frankie leaves, I think it's all but guaranteed we get Silva. Other option, we keep Frankie. We have an overloaded midfield, and we trim down our attacking front a little bit. But that would leave us Lewandowski, Rafinha, Dembele, Ansu Fati. Abde's still sticking around. We could bring him up. Ferran Torres. That's still 6 good attackers there. I'm sure I'm overlooking somebody. That's a question for the chat. And the poll is live. Would you give up Aubameyang, and Memphis Depay for Bernardo Silva. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I want to keep the conversation going, so leave your thoughts down below, and I'll turn to the chat, get your reactions here live. Dimitar says, if we get Bernardo Silva, how would you line up? Honestly, I would want to see Pedri, De Jong, Bernardo Silva. That's what I would want to see. What we'd end up seeing is Pedri, Busquets, Silva, Frankie, Gavi, Kessié coming off the bench. Pjanic would move further down the depth chart. But yeah, I would want to see Frankie in that pivot role. I know somebody right off the bat is gonna be, oh, Frankie can't play in the pivot role. We've seen Frankie in the pivot role. He can't play. Shut up. Shut up. Frankie in the pivot, where it's at. I want to see it. Syed says we need a right back. Agreed. If it's not going to be Dest, it's got to be somebody else. Araujo ain't it. Roberto ain't it. Felipe echoing the same thing. Why are we focusing on Silva when we need a right back? Amen to that. I'm not like it. We've got a short list going on, like Munir, Wan-Bissaka, a couple others. I think Dest is better than these guys. I really do. He just needs a little bit of confidence, I think, is what Dest needs. Kyle Cash says, I think we're fine with midfielders. I like the depth of quality we have in attack, and I'd like to keep it. I'm with you on that one. I think if we give up Memphis and Aubameyang, and then anybody gets injured, Dembele, Ansu Fati, we'd be in trouble. So I would rather give up one of the two. And honestly, I don't know. I'm torn. They're very different players, Aubameyang and Memphis. I'm a little bit torn. So we give up one of them. We move on a couple other players. We still got to get rid of Braithwaite, Umtiti. Sneeze coming on. Maybe. No, it went away. It might come back. We'll see. Anyway. Ovi, good morning to you, sir. Same thing. Says, why do we need Silva? Frankie and Kessié are fine. Well, it's because Barcelona fans and Xavi don't want fine. They want elite. They want trophies. So fine ain't going to cut it for a lot of folks. Anyway, appreciate everybody sharing their thoughts on that. Let's jump over to some more news here. Hey, look at this. Exciting news for Nico. Speaking of Barcelona midfielders, this is a goal from Nico last night for Valencia, of course. Let's take this up to full screen here so y'all can see it. Look at the run from Nico. I believe he is somewhere right here. I think that's Nico. We'll see as this plays out. Yep, that is him. Number 17 there makes the run. Good hustle, but the defense just not staying with him. This is in stoppage time. Valencia already up 1-0, but down a man. And Nico says, give me the ball and watch what I do with it. Puts it in the back of the net. Goal for Valencia in his debut. And I've never seen Nico run so fast. I believe whoever shared this said that they've never seen Nico sprint before. I don't think that's the case, but I've certainly never seen him break through the defensive lines like that. Again, late in the match, maybe they had already given up on getting any points out of that, down 1-0 in stoppage time. But good for Nico. Good for Nico. Glad to see it. And then speaking of midfielders leaving Barcelona, breaking news from Barca here. Alex Collado loaned to Elche until June 2023. So that's going to be for this season. No buy option from what we've been seeing. So we are, again, focused right now on clearing some salary cap space, finding homes for some of these players. Collado will have, I think he'll have a good run of things at Elche. He should be in the starting 11 quite often, similar to Nico. And then we'll see what happens. I think Nico, Collado, one or two other players that are out on loan, it's going to be that make or break year. You're either coming back and you're staying, you're part of the squad, or it'll be time to sell. And it'll be a good investment, good development that these players are out getting some time. That's what I'm thinking. All right, folks. We've talked about the good, the bad, the Barca. We've talked about some transfer rumors. What else we got conversationally? What have I missed, folks? Dimitar says Araujo wasn't good last game because he wasn't playing right back majority of the match, or because he was playing right back majority of the match, but he doesn't have the pace on him. It gives him us nothing in the attack, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to disagree about pace. Araujo very fast. I'm going to disagree with you there. but agreed, he's out of place offensively in that right back position. Defensively, like I said, you can stick him anywhere in a back four, a back three, a back two. I don't care. But offensively, we need something different in that right back position. 100%. Forza Barsa says, Koundé has told Xavi that he doesn't want to play right back. I saw that as well. And my thought is, why would he? He's a left-footed player. Why would you stick him at right back? It makes zero sense. Zero sense. So I want to see Dest have a chance. That's what I would like to see. Just saying. Kyle Cash says, what are your thoughts on Rafinha's debut? See if I could stutter over some more words. My goodness. Let me take a sip of coffee. There we go. I think Rafinha played nervous. He didn't have the same swagger that he had in the preseason. Granted, a more top quality opponent going up against a La Liga side, someone that beat us twice last year. But he didn't have that spark, that flair that we're looking for. So I think Rafinha played a little bit nervous, and I'm pretty sure Xavi even mentioned that the club in general felt a bit nervy in that match. So he's saying, hey guys, pressure's on me. It's not on the players right now, which some of it is on the players. But he's saying pressure's not on you all. Pressure's on me. We'll see how things turn out. We got Sociedad coming up on Saturday, of course. We'll have a chance to redeem ourselves. This time it'll be an away match. But we will be here live doing the full watch-along. Oh, it's Sunday. Excuse me. I think I said Saturday. It's going to be Sunday, August 21st, 4 o'clock p.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time. We scroll through the table right now. Barcelona with a point down in 8th place, but don't panic. One match. Calm down. Calm down. We'll beat Sociedad. We'll jump up the table a bit. It'll be all good things. Like I said, that's going to be Sunday. We'll do a live watch along, but we've got plenty of content before we get to that. Wake Up in Barca, which is what you're watching right now. We'll be live Wednesday. We'll talk about transfer rumors, and then we'll be live again Friday. We'll talk about a little match preview for Sociedad hosting Barcelona. We'll go over lineups. We'll talk predictions. Hopefully by then, hopefully by the end of this week, Braithwaite will be gone. Umtiti, bless his heart, will be gone. We'll figure out what's going on with Frankie de Jong and whether or not that means Bernardo Silva coming in. I'm hoping this all gets settled this week. I really don't want another week, 10 days past the end of this week. I just don't. I just don't want it, folks. So please, wrap it up, Laporta and Alemany. Anyway. Felipe says, Dest needs a chance. Don't understand why they aren't giving it to him. I don't know. It's got to be something on the training ground, something going on behind the scenes, something that we're missing. I know he's hot and cold. I know that he has his moments where you're like, Dest, what are you doing? What was that pass? Where are you positionally? I understand. And listen, on the defensive side of the ball, yeah, it goes Araujo, Sergio Roberto, then Dest. But attacking-wise, reverse that. Dest, Roberto, Araujo. What's the perfect balance? I'm not sure. It's not Roberto. So I'm pulling for Dest. I hope he gets the chance. I'm with you, Felipe. I'm with you. Winston, how we doing, sir, says, I hope we can keep Frankie. Amen to that. Rishi, hello. Agrees Dest is obviously better than Araujo in the right back position. Again, offensive side, yes. Defensive side, not so much. Not so much. All right, my friends, I think we are going to be wrapping things up here. Dimitar says his birthday is Wednesday. Well, happy birthday early to you. We'll hopefully see you again Wednesday and celebrate with you. But I think that's going to just about do it. We've talked about the good, the bad, the Barca. We've given our mustache man of the match to Ter Stegen. We've talked about transfer rumors, Bernardo Silva, Collado. We checked out the goal from Nico there. Another great episode in the books. And Kudis comes in just in time, along with KN1. Good morning to you, fellas. Glad you caught us. You're going to have to go back and watch it on replay. But I'm glad you're here. And to anyone else still watching, showing up late, drop a like before you go. When you hit that like button, it helps the algorithm find this channel, bring some people in, get some eyes on the stream. So please take a moment, hit that thumbs up button. I do appreciate it. And come back and hang out with us Wednesday. We'll be live once again for Wake Up in Barca, covering live Barcelona news right here on the Undefeated channel. Until then, go out there and have a wonderful day. Positive interactions, high fives, and hugs for whoever wants them. And that's it. Go out there and do great things, folks. I love you all very much. I'm sure we will talk soon. Wednesday morning, Wake Up in Barca. Kudis, Kyle, Ayush, and Steve, if you're watching on replay, thank you all very much. I love you. Love to all the Stash Squad. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. I'll see y'all next time. Mwah.